Fishing is our oldest industry in the United States. Gloucester is our oldest fishing port in the United States. It has been turned to dust. My crew is probably the oldest crew in Gloucester, physically. And I've said to them many times, well, boys, at least we saw the glory days. At least we saw the days that were the end of an era, anyway. You know, we saw the good times, anyway.
It doesn't look good. Years ago, there were so many young people that could hardly wait to go fishing. They're not here anymore.
You know, you got to feed your family. You're going to do what you can to get out there, whether it's bad or not. You know, if not, the government will take the days away. You know, they've done it before. You know, so the guys are afraid to do that.
There's no consideration of families.
As far as, you know, my family life is taking a heavy beating because of it. I have to spend many hours. You have to stay on top of it.
If they're not going to take care of me, that's fine. Take care of my kids.
The government decided that in order to further try to conserve resources, they would force those people to use 2 days for one.
So they go out in bad weather, and luckily this winter hasn't been as bad as other winters. I think we would have seen a lot more fatalities this year than just the couple that we've lost. So it's a big risk.
Instead of going out and fishing for a day and using one of their 48 days, if they're fishing in that zone, they would use up 2 of those days. So essentially, their ability to fish 48 days now for, don't forget, that's for a year. They would now only have 24 days to go to work that year.
It's like it's like being in a 15-year divorce, you know? Eventually someone crumbles.
I see no hope anymore. Because if I did, I don't owe that much money on this boat. If I did see hope, if I did see enough profit just for me to be able to maintain the physical plant of the boat and not haul out every 2 years, haul out every year.
I'm seeing all my friends, you know, finally had enough. Elton Gallagher put a gun to his head, had enough.
I finally reached a point where I almost lost my house. I almost lost everything. I ended up getting rid of my fishing business.
I had plenty of faith. I got faith because it's just it's a big ocean, but it's some weird shit that happens. You know, I've seen John Bakarowski, good fisherman. I remember doing a Hail Mary out at sea. He got dragged overboard sword fishing. They heard him screaming, but they couldn't find him on the Hannah Bowden. Yeah, these guys got a lot of faith. They're strong. They ain't worrying, you know. They back their own, you know. They give the shirt off their back to anybody that needs it. They'll go down to your boat sinks, they'll help you. No, got a lot of faith.
I hate to think of making a living any other way. I'm going to have to, shortly, I feel. But it's certainly not through my own choice.
I'll keep doing this the day I die. Well, like I told you, I'll drag a boot around.
We're in it for the long run, you know, just as much as the few boats we got left. You know, they're in for the long run. You know, die, you go down with the fight.
There's no way we can overfish at this point. I don't think it's physically possible for our fleet to overfish at this point.
We all went out there for one reason, the freedom. Pick up and go.
Fishermen who used to make a couple $100,000 a year are now hard-pressed to make their mortgage payments. And that's true. Some of them are afraid they're going to lose their boats.
I don't know how some of these guys are still standing. I mean, I know a good majority of them are just barely holding on.
I was proud. My father was a fisherman all his life. He probably started about 12, 13 years old.
Why they want to keep cutting it and shutting more areas down, it just makes no sense.